Welcome to the Postal Gamer Podcast, where I discuss what games I'm currently playing, what I'm looking forward to coming out, as well as video game news and anything that has to do with video games. I'm your host, Kevin. Welcome, coworkers, families, and friends. Please sit down, grab yourself a beverage, because you're in for a good one.
Thank you for tuning in to the Call of Duty special.
I feel like I have to discuss this. So the Game Pass experience for playing Call of Duty was actually really seamless. I was at work yesterday. It was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Knowing that Call of Duty was dropping at midnight and was going to be available to play, I logged into the app on my phone. I hit pre-install. On my phone, it wasn't showing that it was installing, which I thought was a little bizarre, but it is what it is. I get home from work, and I don't know, it's like 6:30, and the game's already ready to go. We went about our night. I'd go sit down, play the game at midnight. Everything was completely installed, ready to go. Everything fully updated. I didn't have to do anything. It was great. It was like, I mean, this is like what I've wanted Game Pass to be, and I've never experienced it like this, which was very good. I'm a physical media kind of guy, so for me, I'm used to showing up to like midnight opening, going to go grab the game, go home, spending an hour waiting for the game to install, then waiting for an update, and then being able to play it. This was, the minute I got it, it was good to go, and I was very impressed. I feel that they did a very good job at this. So my first impressions of Call of Duty were the training that they make you go through in the beginning, the first 8 steps, was kind of not too intuitive. In fact, I found it to be a little tedious that it didn't exactly tell you what it wanted you to do. I know that a lot of people are probably going to disagree with that, but honestly, I don't feel that it really did, because there were some times where it was like, jump off this cliff backwards or whatever, using the Omni movement, and take out the enemy. Now, it says the enemy. You shoot one guy, and there's a guy immediately behind you. Like, it doesn't say the enemies or take out the targets. It says the enemy. So, I failed that one a bunch, not knowing what I was doing wrong, until I caught a glimpse of somebody literally behind you after you land. So, that was one thing that was not so freaking great so far about Call of Duty. Besides that, I played a couple of Kill Order, and I had a lot of fun playing Kill Order. It was very fast-paced. The game feels a lot harder with Omni movement. The game feels like everybody moves at such like a quick like pace. It's ridiculous. Time to kill feels very good though. It feels like it feels like where it more or less should be. I also saw that they gave you a lot more ammo, at least with the AR before you can like create a class. That the classes that they start you with, it felt like they gave you a lot of ammo. I think it was like 260 spare and the 30 or 60 rounder that was already inside the AR. So thought that was pretty good. Like, I don't feel like I would run out of ammo probably at all. And then they continuously give you like resupplies. So I had to come up multiple times in like one life where resupplies were coming back into play. So I feel like ammo is not going to be a concern at all during this game. That's my first initial impressions. I'm going to try zombies tonight, try some team deathmatch tonight, get a little further into the game. I think I hit 5, maybe 6 last night, not entirely sure. And we'll continue on from there. So I tried out some other game modes last night. I played 2v2 gunfight. That was really good, and it turns out I'm completely trash at it. So there's a couple things that I'd like to complain about that. A lot of the guns are semi-auto, being the rifles that they make you start out with. And I mean, there's no way to change your guns. You do get like a primary and a secondary. And but you don't get to choose your loadout. and they're not very clear on like what's full auto, what's not. Some guns look like they're full auto. You hold the trigger and it only shoots once. So I'm like, you're expecting I'm gonna hold the trigger on this guy. It only shoots one time, and he already knows. So he shot you 3 times, and you pulled the trigger once because you thought it was full auto, and that clearly was not the case. I ran that at least twice. That's probably my fault for just not knowing the guns. But that's one thing I wanted to talk about. Another thing was I played zombies. I only played solo, didn't play with anybody. I think it was round 7. That makes sense. Round 7 on Terminus, which was a ton of fun. That right there could be probably the most fun I'm going to have in this game if I can get like a small group to play. If I can get 3 other people to play, that's probably going to be the most fun that I'm going to experience in this entire game. I played a bit of team deathmatch, which is exactly what you'd expect. Some of the characters you can have now are freaking cool. Like, some are robots, some are zombies, some are like god-looking zombie things with like chains around them. I don't know, are people buying these skins or like how they got them, but they're cool. They're really freaking cool. They even get like new voices, emotes, everything. I think I like hit 10 or something like that last night. I didn't unlock much. I put a bunch of I put an optic, a suppressor, extended mag, and a foregrip on my AR. That's the extent of gunsmithing that I did. And yeah, I'm really enjoying what I'm playing so far. Small complaints, but honestly, they're not as bad as you would think. I'm not having any server issues either. Especially for launch day, I would expect there'd be. Well, I'm used to playing games like Escape from Tarkov, where on wipe day, all of a sudden the game's just unplayable entirely for the first day and a half because there's too many people getting on. The server queue is ridiculous. But I'm not running into any issues like that. A couple times I had to leave a lobby and come back to it, but that's because I think it just like freaked out because it didn't know like whatever. Like, I think it just froze up and was like, oh hey, you're in a lobby alone, and couldn't figure it out. But I mean, other than that, my experience is fantastic. I am playing on my Xbox Series X. I did install it on my ROG Ally last night, so I could play a little bit more in bed. The Ally does not play at like great settings, but it's definitely playable. It does definitely bring down your kill to death ratio, but it's still playable. This game has been a lot of fun so far. I'm looking forward to seeing what's my experience over the weekend, and what's my experience through the next couple weeks, and when they first drop an update, and see what goes on from there. It does seem like the Omni movement is kind of broken. Like, it's really good. The fact that you can dive downstairs forward while shooting is pretty cool, and you can run while shooting, which is pretty cool. I would say maybe a quarter of the people you play against are taking advantage of it, but in fights, it's like second to none. It's gonna win you fights probably 8 times out of 10, unless somebody's like truly posted up far away and this guy's diving down a flight of stairs. I could see how this is gonna win fights nonstop, because it kind of like catches you off guard and you just don't know what to do. You're aiming down sight at somebody, they're diving past you, and by the time you turn to look at them, you're gone. These initial impressions, I've only had about 3 hours of gameplay into it. I'm hoping to get about 3 hours tonight, and then tomorrow I'm off, so hopefully I get a couple more hours to play. We'll see what happens, Life and responsibilities obviously come first, but so far I'm really liking the experience. I'm trying to convince one of my coworkers to pick the game, or at least pick up Game Pass for the PC, and then we could do zombies tonight. So we'll see what happens. If I can, obviously I'll come back and touch base on this tomorrow, but I have to see what happens. All right. Well, it's Saturday, 7 a.m. and I'm about to go walk into work. So I'll catch up with you all probably some point tomorrow. If not, this will be published on Monday. Later. So I hit level 26 last night, being Sunday. Today's Monday now. So far, my favorite gun has got to just be the MP5, whatever they call it in the game, because copyright, whatever. I just run the first red dot, a suppressor, and that's it. So I mean, that thing just rips, man. I mean, straight up rips. Just run full steam, hold down that trigger in the direction of somebody, and they are just gone. It's great. So far, favorite weapon. My favorite map so far is definitely Rewind. One thing that kind of nerd out about that I really was not thinking about was when you're loading, sorry, drinking some coffee here. When you're loading the game, like into each individual map, in the bottom right hand corner, it tells you like your win loss percentage, your average kill percentage, your kill to death percentage, like for that specific map, which is like honestly really cool. And I found that like some maps I'm just straight up butt cheeks at. There's like a snow map where there's like a down satellite, don't remember the name of it. That in Lowtown, I am completely terrible at. But Rewind right now, that like village, that is really, really cool. I did a couple rounds of Mosh Pit, which that is really fast paced. I don't know if I just didn't have the energy up for that or what, but because I was like probably 3 hours into playing when I decided I would try it. Yeah, that was really fast paced, just non-stop death. But so far, really liking Call of Duty. I'm gonna keep playing through it. I will be moving back to Knights of the Old Republic. Not playing Knights like I'm playing Call of Duty right now, but I'll keep you updated on my Call of Duty playthroughs, what's going on in my multiplayer experience. This is going to be the end of my first impressions on the game. So far, I would have to say the game is like a solid 8.5 out of 10. It just could be a little bit better with instructions on what it wants you to do. Like even for some of the daily quests, yesterday I had one where I had to have strategies or stratagems or whatever as my bonus perk, and I thought that I could just like select it. It was like the specialty of it. I didn't realize that I had to like redo every single bonus perk to be able to activate it. I needed 50 kills to do that, which, like, okay, it's not insignificant, but it's also like, you know, not like playing one game or two games getting 50 kills. Probably like 3 or 4 games, which some games are like 20 minutes long. Heck, half the games that I'm playing right now, we aren't even getting to the like team deathmatch games. We're not even getting to the 100 marker when the game ends. We're like in the 50 or 60s. So these games are drawn out and time limited. So hitting 50s can take over an hour. Well, I'm going to end it there for now, and I'll check back in a couple of days when I finish off. Well, not when I finish off, but when I go back and I start playing Knights of the Old Republic. We do have Mario Brothership coming out in under a week, which I'm 100% going to pick up. I'll do my first impressions on that as well. Alright, yo, thanks for coming by. I'll see you soon.